Happy Wednesday, everybody. Thank you so much for downloading or streaming the Be Our Guest podcast. So glad you're here and hope your week is going well. Pam and Ricky join me today for your listener questions, and we get a great question about Marathon Sunday and where a guest should take their mom. It's her first time to Walt Disney World on that Sunday between Magic Kingdom and Epcot. Logistically, a lot of questions for that, so we have a great discussion around that. We also talk about dining at Disneyland, some suggestions for both table service and quick service options out there and character dining. And we also go over the candlelight processional narrators. And Pam and Ricky give me some schooling on some of those narrators that I did not know. This and much more coming your way on today's show. Don't forget, today's podcast always brought to you by the great folks over at the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Disney adventure for no additional cost to you. Check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link when you shop online. That one extra click supports everything we do throughout the year. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you so very much to our Patreon supporters. You're the all-stars that make the show happen. So a huge thank you to each and every one of you. You can support us as well, just $5 a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest. Come over this week. We'd sure love to have you. Patreon.com/BeOurGuestPodcast.
Ready to take a trip to the world? You found the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. This is where your memories come front and center on our podcast stage.
Welcome to episode 2768 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're having a great week. And we are glad you are back as it is time. You know what time it is. It's time to answer your listener questions. That's right. That's what we do here midweek because got to get you over that hump and towards that weekend, first weekend of fall. We've made it through the summer into that time where we get to cool off a bit, let's hope. And it's, I think fall might be my favorite time of the year at this point, especially now that I'm not in education. Love it. So let's get to it. We got the dream team here, and let's get them in and get to it. Ricky's here from a DisneyWorldAfterAll.com. And the Mouse for Less. Ricky, how are things down in Georgia? Big football game down that way this weekend. I know you don't know, but there is in Athens.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I'm actually not even going to be here. So I will be in Florida. So I wouldn't know or care about a football game happening here in Athens. So good for me for getting out of town for it, I guess. But yeah, no idea. I didn't know there was a big game this weekend. Actually, the only thing I knew is that Brian tried to put the game on this weekend and then found out quickly that it was not a game and that it was my week. So
I was gonna say because Brian likes the dogs, and Lisa, who is right now joining us on Facebook as we record live, she's going to be cheering for the other squad this weekend. Yeah, she's down in Mobile. Yeah, no, it's just so you know, it's Georgia, Alabama.
Gotcha.
Big game. Roll Tide.
Cool. No,
okay.
Don't care.
So you're going to Florida. So what are you doing down in Florida?
So the big thing, obviously, it's Halloween season. So we almost always hit up HHN. So we are going to Halloween Horror Nights. Even though I'm a huge chicken and don't do the houses, I very much love Halloween Horror Nights for like the scare zones and the food. So like I like the scare zones because A, you have Goofy with a chainsaw. I had to throw that in, right? But B, I can keep my eyes on like the scare actors, and so like I usually don't get terrified from the scare actors as they are approaching me. Like sometimes they'll obviously jump and lean out at me, but normally like I there it is.
Yeah, there Goofy was he was in the shed. I had to knock on the shed and get him going there. Okay, go ahead.
We had to get him out. All right. Yeah.
It's so early in the season. He's not loose yet. Okay, go ahead.
They do have the chainsaw horde again, I think, this year too. So there will be lots of chainsaws that I have to avoid. But they also have a couple of shows that I like to see as well. So like I go for that stuff. I don't go for the haunted houses. So yeah, we're gonna go for that. And then we're gonna do a little bit of food and wine. We're gonna do as far as I have right now, although I keep trying to change it, but I haven't been able to get another reservation. I do have a reservation for Beacon Barrel, like 11:50 on Friday morning. So I'm gonna try like crazy to make that. I will be leaving the villages that morning, so getting there by 11:50 is gonna be a little tight, but we'll do what we can do. And then I'm gonna go pick up my magnet at Animal Kingdom. So it's the Friday is a busy day. That like all those three things are happening in one day. So yeah, I've got a really busy day ahead of me. And then Saturday I'll be spent at Universal, probably more than likely. So yeah, that'll be good.
Well, have fun. Enjoy the magnet. Enjoy Beacon Barrel. And by the way, Jason, you got to listen to Thursday's replay of Sunday. It comes out tomorrow. The replay because Jason gave some good ideas because he was just over there for some great snacks over at Epcot during Food and Wine.
Ooh, good.
One was this really good dessert he was talking about. I can't remember. It was like an apple. It was a sweet thing, and he said, "Oh, it was worth the price of admission." So you got to get it.
I do like apple, so
We're
I'm here for
continuing
it.
that conversation.
So we'll probably just snack around World Showcase and grab some, items and stuff like that, and try some fun food. So
sounds good.
Tag along. I'll have everything on at Disney World after all, so you can watch all the fun there.
All right, be there and bring your own snacks.
Exactly, because I'll be buying mine. So
Exactly. Well, you don't want to watch hungry. That'd be terrible.
yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Apple
there it is.
churro caramel sundae.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I
Cool,
see.
cool, cool.
My short-term memory is terrible. I knew it was apple something. I couldn't remember. But see, that was engagement. I was trying to bring people to the show. But
there you go.
You killed it, Jason. You killed it. That's all right. People listen anyway. Pam Forster's here. She's the co-owner of the Magic for Less Travel, the most cheerful person in Pennsylvania. What's up, Pam?
Wow, I hope that's documented somewhere.
I do too, actually. Yeah.
That'll be awesome. It's good. I'm cracking up at Rookie, trying to make a reservation for 11:50, where I'm like, I would have been there,
You have to
done all of
remember,
that.
I'm coming from the villages, so I'm coming for like an hour.
No.
I'm coming for like an hour.
Coming from Pennsylvania.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I come from St. Louis and I'd have been in and out.
I'm getting guilt from my mother because I'm driving down the night before and I'm gonna see her for like maybe an hour, and then the next morning I'll be like, okay, peace out. Enjoy spending time with my daughter. I'm leaving you for 2 days. So, I'm getting the guilt from my mother about not seeing her really.
Let's
So
be
that's,
honest,
the problem.
Pam, it's a kid drop. Let's go.
It is totally a kid drop. I'm
Yeah.
100% doing a kid drop.
I made that clear early on. If I'm dropping off a kid, it's to drop off a kid.
I just have to spend the night to drop off said kid. So, okay, peace out. See you later. I'm headed to Beacon Barrel.
Yes. This is a drop off for the kid
Yeah.
thing. Yes. Even like before we had kids, it was a pet drop off sometimes. Too.
See, and that's another part of this. I have to do the pet drop off at my brother's apartment because my mom doesn't like my dog. So,
Oh my gosh.
so I have to take Daisy to my brother's apartment before we go to Beacon Barrel. So, yeah, it's a mess.
As a famous coach once said, that dog is ugly.
No, she's ugly. I still love her. She's a
I didn't
dog.
say you can't love her.
I love her.
People love Ugga too. What are you gonna do? Yeah. All right, let's jump into the questions, Pam. Let's leave. You know what? I have 2 questions in the inbox, and one says urgent for real, and one says not really urgent. You know what? I'm reading the question. It says not really urgent first. That's what you get. You know what? They're going to both be in this show, so they're only going to be 5 minutes apart. So here we go. But that's how I roll. I mean, when I used to teach 6th grade, I'd do this to kids all day long, and they'd be like, "Mr. Rallman, what?" I'm like, "That's how life works, kids. Get used to it. When you're 12, it'll make the rest of your life easier. Disappointment's a part of life." They'd go home and tell their parents, and they'd email me. I'm like, "Yeah, that's the best lesson I taught them all day. It wasn't long division." And then the parents would be like, "Mr. Rallman, for real?" I'm like, "Now I taught the whole family, didn't I?" Anyway,
There you go. Yep.
that's education
The whole
for you.
family can learn.
Exactly.
Makes
Some
sense.
some lessons are rough, but you know what? You got to learn them. Christy says, "Hey, BOGP, my family of 3 is taking a weekend-long trip in January with my mom. She's never been with us. My daughter's birthday is the 15th, so we chose to go before that, putting us there during marathon weekend. I don't know where this is going, but I hope she didn't sign mom up for the 26.2. That'd be awesome if you did, though. Okay, let's see where we're going here. My question is about which park between Epcot and Magic Kingdom would be the best to go to on Marathon Sunday. I was thinking Epcot, since everyone will flock to the Magic Kingdom for their medal photos, but then doesn't the course end at Epcot? I know it'll be busy no matter what, but curious what you guys would do. As for now, my mom doesn't have Park Hopper. Me, my husband, and my daughter, if nothing changes between now and then, should have annual passes at that time. We will only be in the park Sunday and Monday. My mom's priorities are the Magic Kingdom and Epcot. Thanks for the help. Love the podcast. I look forward to each show. Christy. Good question. I have thoughts, but man, I wish you had a Park Hopper.
I know.
But, okay, so I want you guys, because I'm a runner, so I have a different perspective on this. I want to hear what you guys would say, though, is like somebody who doesn't have a dog, like in the, because I have a reason, but it's probably a different reason. So where would you guys go in this situation? Pam first. What do you think?
I think I would go to Epcot because while the race does finish at Epcot and it sort of ends up there, usually like the runners aren't going to be in the parks afterwards. Typically they're going to be heading back to wherever, and even the people who are cheering, that really sort of only impacts a sort of a small area of Epcot when the cheering is going on. So I think honestly that's where I'd head to, and I think it's just overall a good experience for mom, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, that should be the tagline. Epcot, the place that moms want to go. I can say, speaking as a mom, if someone were going to take me, I would say Epcot. Sure, and speaking for my mom, if someone were going to take her, she would say Epcot.
I think there's a commercial for like, I don't know if it's like a home visit place for like elderly people, but a place for moms or something. I mean, I think that's taken. It's for like people that are like 1 foot into the grave or something. I don't know. Like, I don't know if we should be tagging Epcot that now. That's not exactly.
Mean moms that are in the grave. I mean, moms.
No, I mean, they're not in the grave. Like, I think it's like the next step before that, though. I mean, it's not great.
Well, I'm not going to take that tagline.
Because I've been feeling personally like, real quick, I had this argument before Pam had her incident and making us feel older than we are. There's these commercials that show like, if you're 50 and over, you need to get this, these kind of like vaccinations and stuff. And like every person they depict in those commercials is like somebody that's picking up cans on the beach or like doing paintings. I'm like, dude, you know what? I don't just pick up stuff on the beach and do paintings. I run miles and I work full time. Like, dude, I'm not just picking up stuff on the beach, dude. I'm about to punch my TV every time that commercial comes on, but that's just me. I'm like, get off my TV. That commercial it just makes me so mad. If you're 50 or over, your life is over.
No, right?
Like, stop, you stupid commercial. Anyway, Ricky, go ahead. You're headed there soon. I'm telling you, man, it enrages me. Go ahead, though.
Yeah.
No. I'm also kind of with Pam. I think that Epcot will be a good choice. However, just keep in mind, depending on what time you get to Epcot, the runners will still be in Epcot. So they're usually in Epcot until like 1, maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So just kind of keep that in mind that you may be impacted a little bit. So if that's going to be a problem for you, then maybe I would say go to Magic Kingdom. But, other than, having to wait a few minutes before a runner goes, the runners go by, it's not really that big of a deal. So, and if you're taking Disney transportation, now do keep in mind, transportation to both parks will be a little bit impacted as well, just because, the runners. So do pack your patience with transportation that day. It's never the greatest. So that's the only thing I like to warn people on is transportation is a little challenging on Marathon Day. But other than that, you're going to have a good time. So I will say this. There's a couple of schools of thought on this. I've always said that if you want to be inspired, be at Epcot on Marathon Sunday, because you will see every kind of ordinary person at the end of their marathon at mile 26 coming through that park, and there'll be people that are just breaking down, but they're going to finish that marathon and their life is changing. Like for the rest of their life, they're going to be a marathoner, and it is incredible. You'll see husbands hugging their wives and hugging their kids, and you will cry when you see this. If you have any kind of a soul, it is amazing to see this. As soon as I finish, I go back in and I cheer the runners for the rest of the marathon. That's why I try to get done as fast as I can so I can cheer the rest of the course till it ends, because it is amazing. Now,
If you like that and you want to do that, that's amazing. But if you're just there for strictly the parks, I will say this. Epcot is it's a nightmare to navigate that park until the race finishes. If you're looking to get a true park experience, it's hard to get around because what they do is they have to cut off. They kind of corral people. Like they put people in big groups of like 100 or 200. Okay, run here, stop. Okay, we're going to put you here. We're going to kind of keep you in the middle. Okay, the runner's going to go by for about 90 seconds. Okay, now go across. You're going to put the runners in a different chute. And it is logistically hard to get around. That might be overwhelming for your mom because it's not a normal experience. Like even for me, like, because when I come back in, I'm starving. Like I just want to get to, like I remember one year, I just want to get fish and chips. I mobile ordered fish and chips back in UK. I'm like, dude, I am hungry. And it took me forever to get to the UK. And I was cheating because I had a bib. So what I did was I thought I was really smooth. I just jumped on the course and like started just like running, you know, like but kind of backwards, like for like, you know, a couple 100 yards. But I mean, I got pegged, but, you know, and then I was like, it's cool. Then I just went to the side, but it's one of those things like it'd be better at the Magic Kingdom because there are a lot of people taking pictures, but they're all at the hub and they're not going to affect you riding Peter Pan or Tiana's or, you know, Jungle Cruise or any of that stuff. Like you're going to, park experience, definitely Magic Kingdom if you're looking for that. But inspirational wise, I just wish I could get a piece of Marathon Sunday at Epcot. It's very good.
I think Mike just changed my mind. I think he's got a good mentality on this as as a runner. And you're right. I think that Magic Kingdom might be the better choice just because. And it was kind of what I was getting at was there are definitely some logistical concerns at Epcot, you know, because it does go until like 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I think Mike just changed my mind. I would say Magic Kingdom.
That's a win. Good job, Mike. Ricky agrees with me. That's a win for the week.
I know. That's a huge win. When I agree with Mike Rollman,
I like it.
You know something's wrong.
So Len has a thought here. Speaking of Epcot, I like this. I always wondered, Len says this from Maryland. I always wondered if you graphed Magic Kingdom and Epcot popularity by age, where the two graphs would cross each other. It's like a Venn diagram. That's assuming Epcot becomes more favored as we get older. I think we can all agree, right? Epcot does become more favored as we get older.
True.
Wonder where that sweet spot is, though. Is it 21?
It might be 21, actually.
That's true, yeah.
Or maybe it's a little bit older. Maybe it's like your 30s. Because you got to have, for real, like Epcot's way more expensive, right? Because you got to have the income to go over to Epcot and drink. I mean, a day at Epcot is way more expensive than a day at the Magic Kingdom. If you think about the logistics of it, right? I mean, if you're going back to the World Showcase and you're going to get drinks and snacks, that's going to be way more expensive than a day at the Magic Kingdom. Because at the Magic Kingdom, I mean, even if you're snacking at the Magic Kingdom, you're not buying alcohol. And so you're buying sodas. That's going to be way cheaper.
Unless you're going to Beacon Barrel.
Well, I mean, okay, I'm saying, you're not... it's not as easily accessible to spend money on food and drink as it is at Epcot. Epcot's a way easier park to spend a lot more money, like casually.
But, like all the research shows that younger generations prioritize spending on experiences,
that's valid.
Food, things like this. So I don't think that like figures into the whole, you know, ranking of it for a lot of people, whether it should or not, no judgment, right? But I don't know that it does. I think that you're probably thinking about that more than they are.
That's true.
Probably.
It's weird when you go, like when we go to like one of these travel trains and they show us research on this and like just the way that sort of swings in that space, that they just show again and again that younger people really are prioritizing these things over some of the things that maybe we did when we were that age. So
see, I love that kind of stuff. You know, I think that's why people listen to podcasts like this. We always wonder, like, what does the average family spend? Like, how does the budget go on a Disney vacation? Because I would think for all of us, it's so different. You know, like, like what's the like, if you could look at the big pie, how much of that 100% goes to dining? How much goes to lightning lanes? How much goes to, you know, hotel? Because a lot of us are going to say, oh man, value hotel's totally fine because we're not in the hotel that much. We're rope droppers and we stay in the park till closing. So why spend that money? But then, you know, the next person that listens to our show is like, no man, I'm there for the resorts. You know, I go to the parks because it does change over your continuum of your time you visit the parks. You know, I think when you're first going to the parks, you go to the parks, Walt Disney World, you go to the parks a ton. But then like your 15th, 20th time, you're more of a resort person. you kind of jump in and out of the parks. So then
I think that's
maybe get
all
lost.
that. I mean, I'm sure that Disney has the stats, but as you know, they do not share that
know.
kind of
No.
information.
Just like Apple too, with like, every time a new iPhone comes out, they never give out statistics like how many do they sell? Which one's the most popular? Is it the Max? Is it the regular? Is it this?
Right.
And, I listen to a lot of like technology podcasts, and they always try to guess, and say, well, when the new phone comes out, this is when you pre-order it, you can't get it until, instead of like the launch date, it's a month out. So that one must be so there's a lot of like, ways to try to read the tea leaves. And I think we try to do that too with, Disney, like, oh, well, this hotel is always sold out for, first. But I mean, if not, we wouldn't have a podcast. It makes it fun to think about this stuff.
It does.
So.
And you know what? The great thing about having a podcast is you can spit out a stat.
And it doesn't have to be right.
I know. And by the way,
it may or may not be accurate.
That's what podcasts do. And by the way, shout out to Lisa in Mobile. She says she hates those commercials too. So there you go. Team, those commercials are brutal to us. Yeah,
Let me tell you, once you start getting the stuff in the mail too for AARP, like that starts at like 50.
Dude, that started in the 40s. That started in the 40s. I'm like, dude, I ain't even thinking about retirement.
Stuff.
Yeah, it does. I threw that stuff barely hit the kitchen table. I was like, I do not even want that stuff in my house.
I know, but think about it too. Then the last time something showed up here, I said to Steve, "Do you think we can really save on stuff?"
No, see, I don't even want to say no.
When
whatever.
It hits.
Okay.
That's the change.
No.
You're like, I wonder if we could save on things with
No.
this now. Yeah.
I'm the cheapest
Well, how
guy in
much
the
would
world.
you save?
No, see, I'm the cheapest guy in the world, and I don't even want to save on that. Like that's my
Why?
that's my line, dude. I'm not using
he's
that card.
stubborn and he's like, I don't want to admit that I'm old.
I'm not old. I'm not old, and I am not using that stupid card. Like, I don't care. No, we're not.
What if it would save you $5 every week at Taco Bell?
No, I'm still not using it. No, because when I go through there in my sweet Jeep with my doors off and my dog in the back seat, they see me as like a 25-year-old. If I use an AARP card, my cred is all gone. They're gonna be like, look at that old man.
Taco Bell workers and see if they really see you as a 25-year-old.
They do not see you as a 25-year-old.
They all talk to me all the time. They're always like, dude, you have the coolest credit card. You got the Star Wars credit card. I'm like, yeah.
That doesn't mean that you're 25.
And I'm like, yeah, I do a Disney podcast. He's like, you're a podcaster? I'm like, yeah, man. I'm like a millennial. I'm like,
No, Brian has the exact same credit card, and he gets compliments all the time on that credit card. He's not even a Star Wars fan, and he keeps that credit card because he knows he's going to get complimented on it by it. So.
Can you tell we don't have a lot of questions today? So I'm kind of
No, it's fine.
Okay,
it's all good.
Here's the question that said, Janet's been dying here because hers did say urgent. She's like, would you guys shut up about all this and answer my question?
It's like, oh my gosh. I should
Go,
have
let's
put
get my question
non-urgent.
Here we go. Janet says, long-time listener, first-time questioner.
I hope it's not your last.
I know. And we need more questions for next week at drop because we always had so many. We need more because we have a lot, but they've just kind of fallen off. We leave for Disneyland in less than 3 weeks. Can you list your top 3 quick service and top 3 table service for Disneyland, plus your favorite character meal? I need to get reservations yesterday. Mike said once you're paying for flights to Florida, you might as well fly to Disneyland. So here we go. Thanks, Janet. All right, so let's give some quick service and table service. My character meal would be the one at Grand Californian.
Yep. Storytellers.
Storytellers.
Same.
Yep.
Although I do enjoy breakfast brunch at Goofy's. Goofy's is actually.
I think Goofy's is actually it is my choice for sure. For that.
But Storytellers is good. They did not when I did that though. They did not have a character meal, so it was still dinner, but it wasn't. They had not introduced the character meal part of that yet. So, but Goofy's is definitely a stellar choice. I'm here for Goofy's. The food at Storytellers is really good though.
Oh man, that food was so good at Storytellers. Yeah. Man, I was sad when I was full. I was like, oh.
I know, right? Oh man, I have to stop eating.
I know, and the characters.
And they had
really
that soup at Storytellers too, which is really.
We had
good.
breakfast, but it was killer. I love breakfast.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about quick service. So, I'm trying to think.
Oops.
So for breakfast, I always go through. If you're looking for like a quick protein breakfast, I always go to DCA and I go to What's the place right there as you go in by Soren to the right?
Smoke jumpers.
Smoke, yes. I want to say smoke something else because we have a barbecue joint there. Smoke jumpers. Yeah, I goes get a sandwich there with those fries that have the seasoning on them. Oh, it's a good breakfast. So if you're looking for like a breakfast sandwich and some great fries with seasoning, I get that.
There are places that we tend to go, like, and I don't know that they're necessarily, well, the best is actually going to be Bengal barbecue because
Yeah.
I think it's really good. I think there's just so much that they do well, and the food's good, and bacon wrapped asparagus, and I think that's pretty much all you need to say about that.
Correct.
I get like a sampler. There's like a sampler there or something. Like, there's a big,
There
like a big
is.
plate. I get that there. And of
Yeah.
course, Rancho del Zocalo is my favorite, probably.
It's good. That's
Yeah.
good too. Yeah, for sure. I think like there's things that you tend to like gravitate to. You know what I mean? I like Earl of Sandwich out there just because I think we tend to go there more because it's just so easy to get to. It's right
Mhm.
there on the way. I know they're doing some construction there. So I think maybe the quick service may be closed right now. I think it might just be the table service. I'm not 100% sure on that though. If you haven't been over to the Grand Californian, there's one there. And actually, if you're in California Adventure, there's sort of a back entrance where you can leave the park and go right to the Grand Californian. That's worth checking out. The Craftsman Grill is actually what it's called.
Mhm.
And that's a good one. Trying to think of some other ones.
So I was thinking Jolly Holiday is probably, they have like some soups and sandwiches and stuff like that. So that was
It
one
is.
that kind of popped in my head as one. And I was also thinking about maybe the Hungry Bear.
Oh,
They
I
changed
love
it over
Hungry Bear. I liked
Yeah.
it better. And this is, I haven't, I shouldn't say, I haven't eaten there since they've redone the menu and they
Yeah,
changed it to
it's-
barbecue,
it's
but it's
kind of a
probably good. But
different
I
menu
love
now.
that. It's a great place to sit up on that top deck when the train goes by. It's awesome.
Yeah, the menu is more barbecue now
Mhm.
because it's it's definitely a barbecue restaurant. But yeah, I think that that's a really good option too for quick service.
And I'll give a shout out to Pim Test Kitchen because they have some
Oh
interesting
yeah.
foods there. That's worth checking out. And the other one is, for some reason, we always tend to go to Red Rose Tavern. I feel like they
Oh
have
my God,
some
how did I forget
unique-
that? I love that place. I go there like 3 or 4 times every stay. I love Red Rose. It's got great stuff, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, like everything.
And it's like
Oh my
unique.
God.
It's like stuff that's not at the other
Yes.
places sometimes.
That might be
So,
my favorite place. How'd I forget that in Fantasyland at Disneyland? Oh,
Yeah,
I love,
it's
and
good.
it's so cute inside. Like, I love eating inside. I love eating outside. That is my jam. I always text everybody that I'm back home, like, I'm at Red Rose again. Yeah, I get breakfast there a lot.
Mhm.
If I'm that's where I go for breakfast at Disneyland. If I'm in
It
that
is.
park,
It's good.
yes. Oh,
And then when I'm
love it.
talking about table service, like I really do like Carthay Circle, but we've been going to the lounge, the Carthay Circle
Mhm.
Lounge recently, which
Mm.
you can also make reservations at just because, like, especially if you don't want a big meal, it's a place to just go, sit down, you can grab some appetizers. I think that is a good location. We also like, it's weird how funny it is that I feel like there's a lack of sit down at
I
Disney.
agree with that. Yeah,
So-
I mean,
so
besides
I-
Blue Bayou, which is
Yeah, Blue
well
Bayou is
known.
my jam. I just love the environment of Blue Bayou, and it's because that one meal I had there was it was the very end of our trip with Scott's family, and like we just and I love Monte Cristos. We had hurricanes. It was the end of our trip. It was my first time in Disneyland. Like, it was perfect. Like, it was just great. Like, I could not have had a better meal. I know it's not fancy, and that's probably why I liked it. Right? It was very simple, very nice. Loved it.
It's so hard to get, though. It really
hard to
is. It's one of those things that's really hard to get.
Yeah.
The Lamplight Lounge is another good one. It has so much. It has a lot of fun, like Pixar stuff in it. And if you can't get a reservation at the lounge, they have like the boardwalk, which is you just sort of walk up day of, or go ahead and use the app, actually, is what you should do to get on that waiting list. It opens every day for that. I can't wait until Napa Rose opens back up. It is closed
Yeah.
right now because they're redoing it. Over at California Adventure, you have Wine Country Trattoria, so that might be a location you can check out. And they have that new one, the new one with the dumplings and stuff like that.
Oh
at,
yeah. In City Walk. In
Downtown
Downtown
Disney.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one too.
So.
It's really popular. I think it's really popular. Yeah. So.
And Carnation Cafe too.
Oh yeah. So there are some decent choices for counters.
There are. It's just not. It just every time we go out there, especially if I'm there on a longer trip, I'm like, okay, where are we going? Like,
yeah, I get that.
We've gone to
and there are so many good counter service places. So and so many good snacks. So.
Oh, Mike
is bringing he's sharing screen. What is going on here?
So we're gonna bring it home by. So there's some great suggestions there for Janet since it was urgent. So make those reservations and let us know what you picked. Okay, before we jump out of here today, I was going to go over the Candlelight Processional narrators for this year since they were announced since our last show. We talk about these briefly on Sunday Night Show, which will replay tomorrow, but I wanted you guys to let me know because I don't know many of these people. And so I thought you guys might know. So I'm going to ask you, real quick, you don't have to give me like huge, you don't have to give me the Wikipedia page or anything. I know some of these people, but Constance Wu. Do we know who that is? That's our first person, November 28th, the day after my birthday. Any idea?
She is an actress.
Okay.
Yes,
I just thought we'd play this game. We don't have to like go into the Wikipedia page. I was wondering.
No. Well, I know. I think she's been in. Hold on. I don't want to get it wrong. That's why she was in Crazy Rich Asians, which is what I thought she was in. So I wanted to make sure that I was getting that right because I didn't want to get that wrong.
Okay, so I know
that's like her biggest claim to fame was Crazy Rich Asians.
Okay, so we're just gonna rip through here. Jordan Fisher, I know. We're going in order here. Jennifer Gardner, Ashley Eckstein, the wife of
Jennifer Gardner, by the way, is a huge get. I feel like.
She's in that commercial all the time where she's like a farmer all the time.
Yeah,
like for some credit card all the time. Ashley Eckstein, wife of World Series MVP David Eckstein, who played for the St. Louis Cardinals. Ralph Macchio, wasn't he like in the 80s?
But they did a series of that too.
Karate Kid.
Oh, he's the Karate. He is the Karate Kid. See, I've never seen the Karate Kid.
Yeah, and they did like a grown-up version of it.
Oh yeah, Cobra Kai. I never saw that either, but I know that was a big deal on like Netflix or YouTube or something. Okay, who's Leslie Uggams? She's an awesome name, huh?
Yes, she is in Deadpool.
Deadpool, never heard of it. Marley Matlin.
Wait. Did you just say you've never heard of Deadpool?
No. I've never heard of Deadpool. I don't know.
Ryan Reynolds?
What rock have you been living under?
I don't watch movies.
No, seriously.
Or TV shows hardly, unless it's
Deadpool,
sports.
Like,
is it a TV show or a movie? I don't have Netflix.
It's not. It's a Disney movie. Well,
I don't have Disney Plus.
But it was in the theaters.
I don't go to the last movie I saw in the theaters was Star Wars Episode 9.
Dude, there were commercials for the latest Deadpool, like the last Deadpool movie, all over the place.
I don't even know. Ryan Reynolds, the only person I know about Ryan Reynolds, he does those commercials for the cell phone companies, right? He's the guy that does the $15 a month.
He doesn't just do the commercials. He owns part of the company.
I know because I hear him do those commercials. That's the only thing I know that guy from is the $15 a month commercials. I know nothing about the guy other than that. Is that he does, and those commercials are hilarious, by the way. But I don't know any of his movies or TV shows. That's not the point. I don't know what Deadpool is because I don't watch that stuff.
So you wouldn't know. Yeah, you would.
So that's why I wouldn't know. This person comes out, I would not. And I didn't know if Leslie was a guy or a girl. Because it could be, what? Huh?
I've never seen Deadpool, but I know what it is.
Okay, because you do vlogs and stuff. I mean, I do a Disney podcast.
No, I live in the United States of America. That's not like they advertise the movies everywhere.
Right. They don't obviously during Mizzou games or sports. And I, I was watching Big Brother until football started, and then once football started, it got me there, and I quit watching Big Brother. So and when I watched it, I just fast forwarded through the commercials. Okay, Marley Matlin.
Is correct. His wife has a crush on him, and so do I. So yeah, Ryan Reynolds.
Okay, nice.
I'm here for him.
Marley Matlin. I know she was an actress from the '90s. She's hearing impaired, right, and does all the sign language,
correct.
right? Okay, so I knew that. Harry Winkler. You see, I know Fonz. Hey, see, now we're talking. Yeah, from Happy Days. Lauren Daigle. Don't know who that is. Daigle.
She's a Christian singer.
Christian singer. Okay, there you go. Gary Sinise. Yeah, Lieutenant Dan. Now we're talking. Takes a ton of kids to Disneyland all the time. That's awesome. Brendan Fraser. I know he's a big actor. Now this is confusing because this guy's name's Luis Fonsi, and see, you got Henry Winkler, who is the Fonz. Like this is all kinds of confusing here. You got the Fonz,
King and Company,
and you got Luis Fonsi.
He's a singer. He's the singer. He's just a singer. The next guy is the one from the King and Company. Yeah.
But
No, I mean he's from For King and Country.
Or For King and Country. Yeah, that's the Joel Smallbone. Louis Fonsi is a singer.
What if people show up on December 23rd looking for the Fonz?
No,
and they get Luis Fonsi.
No, they're not.
This is gonna be all kinds of confusing. Nobody didn't think people didn't think this through.
No.
Because then Joel Smallbone he's a king. He's
that's
from
the
what?
one from what Pam just said.
King and Country.
For King and Country. Yes.
It's a Christian group.
It's a Christian group. Well, that's good because it's on Christmas Day. That makes sense.
Yes.
The 26th.
Right.
Okay. Brie Larson. Who's that?
She's from Captain Marvel.
Okay.
He wouldn't know what Captain Marvel is either, Pam. You just
It's another.
It's an Avengers movie, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And Cheryl Lee Ralph.
She's in Abbott Elementary, which is a TV
That is
show
a
on
TV
ABC.
show because Pam talked about that one time. I do remember
Yes.
that she talked about that because she said it was something like her school. I remember her mentioning
Yeah,
that.
that would be about right. Yeah. Yeah.
She's like,
Yeah.
there's this TV show that reminds me of my school. And I was like, yeah, probably. So there you go. There's your candlelight processional narrators for this year. And I know nothing about movies.
Lost.
I just don't know. Hey, who's the running back for Mizzou this year that's killing it? Dude, nobody can tackle him.
Is he doing one of the candlelight processions?
No, but he should. You know what? If he would narrate it, I'd buy a ticket. Let's go. By the way, it's Ahmad Hardy.
That's funny.
All right, we should get out of here before I get some hate mail.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not a movie person. I've never been. Yes, Jason says he should.
I've never seen a Deadpool movie in my life, but like there are commercials everywhere about
You're not
Deadpool.
making your
Like,
point because apparently they didn't hit my house. They didn't hit my house. I'm telling you. They're not big on the SEC network, apparently.
Too funny.
I can't imagine that they would. I'm sure that there was a Deadpool commercial on the SEC network. You just probably weren't paying attention because Deadpool.
Plus,
was
he did
everywhere.
that whole thing with the soccer team, the Wrexham.
Yeah, the Wrexham. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't watch soccer. Like I know people love soccer. I know Wade loves soccer. Paige played soccer forever. I even coached Paige's soccer team. And I have this theory that either you have a brain to love soccer or you just can't love soccer. And like I've tried my whole life to like soccer. I even watched Ted Lasso and I love Ted Lasso. But man, when I watch soccer, there's not enough offense. Like I coached indoor soccer. Indoor soccer was awesome because it was kind of like hockey. Because like there were boards you could shoot it off of and stuff, and there was like high scoring. It'd be like 8-7. But man, like that big old field and 1-0 games. I can't do it. It's too big. I need tackling, and like action. I gotta get out. People get mad. Shaggy says he's getting Henry Winkler and he's stoked. That's gonna be the name of this show. I think if I titled shows, that would be the title. Anyway. I love you guys. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean. I just don't. I watch sports and I listen to podcasts. That's.
I think with the fact that we gave people, we knew what most of these things weren't bad. So
No.
And I mean, there's good variety. It sounds like everybody's gonna get movie
is a lot of
stars and
variety.
Christian
Yeah, it's good.
singers,
Yeah.
and Jordan Fisher, that's Happily Ever After singer, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm impressed that you knew that.
Ashley
you knew
Eckstein
who Jordan
from her-
Fisher was, but you did not know what Deadpool was.
Well, yeah,
That's
because
fucking
Jordan
crazy.
Fisher sings the Happily Ever After song, and I love the parks. I know that. And Ashley Eckstein does the Her
There's
Universe and all
Deadpool.
that.
Story time with Deadpool at Disneyland. It was a show.
I don't go in Avengers part of the park, really. I don't ride Tower of Terror out there. The thing makes me. I did it once with Scott. The thing made me ill.
that's so funny.
I can't do that thing. I can't. Anyway.
You won't even walk in Avengers Campus.
I
That's
mean, I
fine.
run through it during the races. It's pretty cool. But yeah,
You should definitely ride the Spider-Man ride.
I did ride the Spider-Man ride. I did. That was actually pretty fun. I shouldn't say that. I did ride that with some listeners one time. I was by myself and I was in line next to some listeners and we rode it together. And they were like two teenage kids that just destroyed me on that ride. But it was fun. It was a ton. I even did the Spider-Man like finger thing. That was so fun. Shooting those little bugs. I love it. I know. Now I sound like I'm 75, so I should be getting my
Yes, you
vaccination here
do.
shortly
Yeah.
after the show. Yeah. Anyway. All right. We got to get out of here. Should I just delete this file? I think I should. Anyway, so we're going to be back on Friday, hopefully. And we're going to be talking snacking at both Disney's Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom. And I promise it won't be like Malox, and stuff like that. But I feel like I'm 90. I don't know. I seriously, my whole life is just sports. But that's what we're going to do in Disney. So let's see. So you can follow us on social media. I'm at BRGuestMike. That's bx.com, Instagram, and Threads. Pam is at TMFLT Pam. Ricky's at Ricky Nibs, RIKKINIBS, if you want to follow us on the social media. Show always brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. Check that out this week. It's themagicforless.com. It's a great place to start all your trip planning. There's a lot of tools right there on the site just to get things started. Resort guides. That is the thing you want to check out this week. You want to know about the hotels at Walt Disney World or Disneyland? You can just click on these and it gives you all the rooms and all the food courts and the layout of the land for each of the resorts. I mean, I use them every day and you can use them too. Go over there while you're there, fill out the free no obligation quote. An agent will get back to you right away and that trip planning will start right now and it's absolutely free to use. So check it out today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link when you shop online. That one extra click supports everything we do throughout the year. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you so very much to our Patreon supporters. You guys make this show possible. And when you support us for $5 a month, you get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest, which is kind of like a little bit what today's show ended up being. Come on over. We'd love to have your support. Patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. Live show this Sunday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. We open up the phone lines. You call in. We have a good time talking Disney with you. Scott joins us, so join us for that. And finally, come on over to the clubhouse. It's where all the cool kids hang out. It's absolutely free for everybody. It's a live chat / message board. It's our Discord server. Come on over. We'd love to have you. That is at beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse. All right, we're jumping out of here, and we'll see you again on Friday. So until then, for Ricky and Pam, I'm Mike, wishing you a great Wednesday. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon.
You've been listening to the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. If you have questions, comments, or would like to be a guest on the show, please visit our website at beourguestpodcast.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you real soon.